If you're only posting to the feed on Instagram, you're missing out on an opportunity, but I totally get it. It's overwhelming to figure out where to focus your energy when it comes to using video on Instagram. In this video, I'll be breaking down the main types of Instagram videos: Reels, IGTV, Lives, and Instagram Stories, what to post on each, and how you can utilize them holistically together in your strategy. And make sure you stick around till the end, where I'll be sharing my formula for creating strategic Instagram storyboards that really will boost your Instagram story retention. So let's start off with what are all the types of Instagram video. And while you can post feed videos, I'm gonna be focusing on the 4 primary sub-platforms. Instagram stories are arguably one of the most popular parts of Instagram video because people often opt to tap through their stories versus scrolling through the feed. And that's because they're very conversational and relaxed, and they're very engaging, a great way to connect with brands through stickers and the reacting or replying options. IGTV is Instagram's long form video platform, kind of like YouTube. And this is where you can access longer form content that's usually over 2 minutes long. Instagram Lives are also long form, but they are unedited and they're also very interactive. Lives are great because you can also post them to IGTV, so 2 platforms in one, and they're collaborative, so you can utilize features like live rooms for going live with other accounts. And last is Reels. And this is for micro, short form video content that often has audio or music with it. Instagram Reels are the newest platform, so they're really great for boosting your reach and engagement. Now let's dive right into what to post on each. Instagram stories are comprised of 15-second clips each, but there's an unlimited amount of clips. And these can be boomerangs, graphics, photos, or videos. It really can be a mixture. And you also want to utilize other native editing features like adding text or adding stickers. This is really great for boosting your engagement on your stories and making them more conversational. While stories only last 24 hours, you can save your best Instagram stories to a highlight, which are little bubbles under your profile for all of your best content. Stories are also a really great place to promote your other types of videos. So you can use the countdown sticker for promoting your live streams, and you can share your IGTV and Reels that are shared to your feed right onto stories for a 15-second preview. And for the next type of video, we're gonna be talking about Instagram Lives. And these are really interactive because you're getting comments and questions during your live stream. So I really love using 3 different types of live streaming content. The first is going to be a Q&A. So you can host a question and answering period with your followers. And this is great because there's a button right on your Instagram Live where they can submit questions, or if you post the question sticker to your Instagram stories less than 24 hours before going live, you can actually grab all of those questions and answer them live. It'll also tell people that are tuning in and see that you're live streaming that you're hosting a Q&A. You also can do an interview or panel style live by utilizing live rooms. This allows you to add up to 3 guests onto your live and collaborate with other accounts on Instagram. This is really great because you're going to leverage their audiences. It's going to notify your followers and their followers, which is going to mean more views on your live, and I always find that I get more followers by doing this. This is also a really great way if you're just starting out with lives because you're actually talking to people and not just to your phone. And the last type of Instagram Live is using slides while you're streaming, just like this. To utilize this feature when going live on Instagram, you don't need to have a certain amount of followers or to use a third-party tool. This is totally optional, but I personally like to create my slides using a graphic design tool before I go live. So if you decide that you want to use graphics, you're going to want to design those and save those to your phone close to when you're going live, so you don't have to scroll through your whole camera roll to find them. So you're gonna go over to Instagram Stories and then select Live at the bottom. After you've added in all your details like a title, you're gonna tap the center icon to go live. And in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see this little camera roll icon, which looks like a mountain with a sun. You're gonna tap that to access your camera roll and you'll see all of your slides. So by tapping this slide, it's then going to project on your screen. And by tapping that icon again, that is how you're going to change your slides as you're live streaming. And then you'll also have the option to select that icon and click stop sharing to stop the slides entirely, and then you can end your live. And if you're enjoying this video, be sure to press the like button. I really love to utilize live streams because not only are you doing Instagram Live, check, you're also doing IGTV and having that go as a replay, and you're not having to edit another video. Speaking of lives, you also can share your replays to IGTV. IGTV is the perfect place for putting that long form type of content that you can't fit into shorter videos. Also with IGTV, you can organize your videos into series. So think about how you can create content that can be organized to be binged video after video. I found the sweet spot on IGTV is actually sticking around the 5-minute mark because people just have shorter attention spans on Instagram. So I try to stay between 2 minutes and 5-minute videos, but if it goes over and it feels appropriate for that video, totally do it. While you have the option to post either a vertical or horizontal video on IGTV, vertical really performs better on the Instagram platform. So if you're repurposing, you want to go through the extra steps to reformat your video for a vertical orientation. So when it comes to utilizing Reels in your strategy, you're going to want to post either entertaining, educational, or inspirational content. And we have an entire video going over this in depth that's linked in the description. Here's a quick overview of the types of content you can create for Reels. Some can be utilizing music and trending audio. Another can be filming different clips of you doing something, especially if you don't want to be on camera. Or you also can talk to camera or utilize voiceovers when creating your Reels. When using Reels in your strategy, you want to consider the culture of the platform, which really relies on trending sounds and audios. And so if you can make those appropriate for your brand, then you're really going to see the best results using that platform. Unlike the other types of videos, Reels are looping when people watch it on their feed or on the Reels channel. Even though you have 15 to 60 seconds of video, you want to keep them as short as possible for the best results. So now I'm sure you're wondering, how often do I need to post on all of these types of video? Instagram went to say that they really think we should be posting this outrageous amount of content. They even said 7 Reels a week, and that's not even including IGTV, lives, or daily stories. While this posting schedule might seem outrageous, I don't want it to discourage you from utilizing all these different parts of the platform, because that's inherently what they're hinting at. For my own Instagram, I aim to post 3 to 5 times a week on my feed and to do daily stories. So that's how you want to break down your posting plan for utilizing video. Part of it is going to be what is posted to the feed, which includes Reels, IGTV, and lives, which turn into IGTV replays. And then you also want to think of your stories, which are best utilized when posted daily and multiple times throughout the day. Now on to a bonus tip that's going to help you boost your retention on your Instagram stories. And this is Instagram storyboards. A storyboard is essentially a series of Instagram story slides that tell a story. So they have a clear beginning, middle, and end, and they aren't random or sporadic. While daily stories are usually a bit unplanned, strategic and curated storyboards are really great for adding even more value on stories and not just randomly posting throughout the day. This is a really great formula for your more curated stories, like maybe for your launches, for mini trainings, or for demonstrating something. Here's the clear storyboard outline that you're going to want to use, and it might actually be reminiscent to the stories you've heard as a child. First of all, you're going to introduce yourself and the characters and give a little bit of intrigue of why people should follow along to the story. And then you're going to present what is the problem that needs solving. And the problem for your business might just be something that they want or something that they need, but you're going to be offering a solution that's going to make life easier for them. And then you're going to end off your storyboard with a happy conclusion that's going to sum everything up and really give people what are next steps, what is that call to action. Here's a little bit about how I use that formula for my own Instagram storyboard, specifically for a mini training. First of all, I like to introduce what is the topic that I'm going to be covering and why should they even care. Then for most of the storyboard, I'm going to be breaking down what are the main parts that they need to know. And as you can see, I like to play around with different visuals. So I'm using graphics, I'm using screen shares, and I'm using just me talking to the camera. And then I like to wrap things up with some type of conclusion and call to action. Here's what you learned, and here's the call to action to maybe purchase something and make that next decision. Or it could just mean to engage with me in a poll or ask some follow-up follow-up questions. That was just an overview of all the types of video, and if you want to learn more on how to create each and really leverage them for your business, you can watch more in this playlist, or I have another video that you might like.